Angel. Welcome back to Your Own University, where we're going to talk about what sets you apart from everybody else in the world, because you matter. Today's episode is going to be unique. One, because we're in my new setting. What do you think about it? I'm going to try this standing up, which I haven't done yet. And I'm gonna talk about something that is truly, truly the pinnacle of each and every one of my clients, and that is that you are multifaceted, that you are multi-talented, and that you have a lot of great things to offer this world. And in the business world, especially in the business coaching world, we're often told to focus on one thing. And quite frankly, I think putting all of your eggs in one basket is one of the biggest mistakes that anybody that is here to do big things in the world could possibly do. So today I'm really excited about this topic because you are a multifaceted person. I bet you're on this channel because you have lots of interest, lots of talent, and you want to change the world in some way. And you know that you have a gift to change the world, and you probably have a ton of interests if you're anything like me. And oftentimes when we hire a coach or somebody, we hear this lie, and I'm just gonna call it out, it's a lie. You gotta focus on one thing. You gotta like streamline. You gotta be one-sided. And you know, I think that's bullshit. Like, we're not one-sided as human beings at all. We are multifaceted. You are physical, you are mental, you are emotional, you are spiritual, you are talented, you have passions and desires, you are smart and intellectual, and you have abilities to solve problems and look at things differently than anybody else in the world. And when you tap into that, you tap into your genius. So today I'm going to share with you a formula that I have to tap into my genius, and a way that I keep my life rolling in really fun and exciting ways. And I'm going to share a bit about myself in this video, but I want to know about you. So as I share about me, I'm going to invite you to share in the comments about yourself, and then we can address those in a later show, and I will get to talk to you. So here it is. When I first started out in my career, I began as a yoga instructor, and I learned something really, really important really fast, is I decided that I needed different kinds of yoga for different things. I started out studying Iyengar, and when I was there, Iyengar was like the only method. If you practice anything but Iyengar, it was like false yoga. Then I went and I studied Bikram yoga a couple years later. And when I was there, Bikram yoga was the only kind of yoga. And if you practice any other yoga, it was like a farce. It wasn't really real. Then I went and I studied Ashtanga yoga. And as I was studying Ashtanga yoga, guess what? It was the only yoga. And all the rest of the yogas were farces. And I quickly realized that it was all baloney. Because as I went through my own healing journey and health journey, I needed each and every one of those styles of yoga in order to really grow as a human being and to be healthy and well myself. And therefore, none of them were really the ones. They were all ones that had a perfect place. And I believe that's the case for your life and the events that happen in your life. And when you take the events that happen in your life and you integrate them into your life purpose, then you really have this multifaceted, multidimensional, beautiful gift that is you, that you can gift the world. So I'm going to share just a bit about how I have integrated into my life experiences, and how I help my clients do that too. And hopefully you can take from this segment and begin seeing how you can take all of your gifts and interests and passions and life experiences and turn them into something that is going to not only feed your soul, but also feed your pocketbook and the people's lives around you that you love and cherish the most. So like I said, my story really began with yoga, but why I got into yoga is because I was sick. I was literally ill. I got cancer when I was 21, and I don't know if you've been around this channel for a while, you might know that or not, but I had gone through some childhood trauma, and that made my body sick. And so I found cancer hitting me when I was 21 years old, and I had to learn how to heal from that. And I did it holistically for the most part, working with an MD and a naturopath. And I did a lot of yoga. I got into nutrition and food and supplementing food, and that all has now turned into my yoga teacher trainings and my nutrition and my coaching. Huge, right? However, when I got out of that in my mid-20s, the next thing that happened to my life, in my life plan, the big stopper, was my adrenals failed. I had been stuck in fight, flight, or freeze for so long that my body literally couldn't digest food. I had no ability to take in energy. So I found the next kind of yoga, so that continued on that. But I also found meditation and energy work and began developing that into my life in order to heal. And that is what I use when I am doing healing practices and soul integration and stuff like that in my practice now, right? So that's multifaceted. Now through the entire thing, I love teaching, as you can tell. I love being on stage, like you can tell. I've always been a little show girl since I was a little girl. So the whole time I'm singing and dancing and performing. And guess what? That feeds my soul. See how this is like systematic? There's mind and emotions, and then we're here feeding my soul with and making me happy in life is performing. I love performing. Now, how does that have to do with anything with health or psychology? They're all kind of interrelated, but not really. How do you do it all? Well, guess what? I'm doing a show in Anchorage all friggin' summer, singing and playing and getting paid to do that. Each of these areas have led me to express myself, to have more fun, and to be multifaceted. None of them really specifically go together. Teaching about spirituality isn't really helping people get healthy. I'm not a fitness coach, and teaching about fitness doesn't really help me perform, right? But bringing it all together allows me to bless the world and bless myself with joy and happiness in a really multifaceted way. Now, all of these experiences has brought me into knowing more about how to express myself, how to speak on stage, how to do things that all interweave my divine gifts into how it's expressing now, which is right here at your own university. So what are events in your life that taught you a really great lesson? Maybe gave you a formula to figure out how to overcome your health, or how to find your peace or your bliss, or live into a dream that might have felt like you couldn't do it. Like, there's so many excuses why being a professional singer wouldn't be real for me. As I'm in my 40s, I live in Alaska. However, I am a professional singer. That little girl dream inside of me absolutely is living on. I actually still teach yoga each and every week. I'm about to go to a class right now to teach, and I train yoga teachers. And I love teaching about spirituality and everything, even in my field, my professional field of transpersonal psychology. So how can your life and your interests and your passions really align into something that is going to not only feed your soul, but also feed the world and line your pocketbook? This is the most important piece of you living your fulfilled life. And I really want that for you, because in your life, this is your own university, right? This is your own life gets to integrate into a life purpose that makes your life feel like every day is not work. You don't go to work, but every day you go to live. And as you live, your life is fed. And it looks different. I do different things all day long. I was just mixing videos for a friend, and then I taught yoga, and I'm gonna go teach yoga now, and then I'm gonna go sing, right? And then I'm gonna go to Fairbanks and teach yoga this weekend too. So it keeps life interesting and keeps life fun. And the most successful people I know have that same life. Like, they don't have all their eggs in one basket. And so I think that putting all your eggs in one basket, when you have a whole friggin' carton of eggs of interests and passions and talents that your life has led you to, not utilizing all of those eggs to create joy and peace and fulfillment in your life is really like a waste. It's a waste. So if you've been putting all your eggs in one basket, I want to encourage you to spread those eggs out, and to start that. Your homework from Your Own University is to write down all the old dreams that you used to have, all the things that you have overcome in your life that you found solution to, whether it was health or mindset or emotions and getting yourself happy. Maybe you've overcome depression or anxiety and you found something that worked for you, or spirituality or connection and how that worked for you. If you've had a relationship breakthrough and how that worked for you. If you've had a long time relationship, how that worked for you. If you've had business success, how that worked for you. The things that you overcame and places that you've been successful, write those things down. Get really, really clear on how all your talents and interests and ways that life has fed into you, your lessons, and let's see how you can integrate those into your purposeful life. And it doesn't necessarily mean creating a business if you don't want to be in business for yourself or anything. It's not about that. It's about you really allowing life to feed your soul in the biggest way, so you leave this planet knowing that you made your unique impact. And that is why we're here at Your Own University. So if you like Your Own University TV, if you feel like you've been going through your own series of life lessons and that you are here on purpose, like our page, subscribe to our page, and turn on that little notification that you get notified from YouTube when we have a new episode come out. I try to get those episodes out on Sundays and Thursdays, but some days it varies as things happen and life happens in my own university. And please jump over to yourownuniversity.com because I have a 30-day program. This is a true step-by-step program for you to turn on your life, meaning turn it on in a way that you are going to integrate and love and manifest the life of your dreams starting today. Thank you so much for being part of our community. I love you much. Talk to you soon.